Question 1. The historical term Horocene or Hossein in context of war administrative history refers to the traditional migration path of the Ho people from the Chota Nagpur Plateau to Singhbum. The traditional migration path of the Ho people from Chota Nagpur Plateau to Singhbum. Horocene or Hossein is a term associated with the historical and cultural narrative of Ho people, an indigenous tribal group primarily residing in Chota Nagpur Plateau and Singhbum regions. The term refers to the traditional migration path of the Ho people, Chota Nagpur Plateau to Singhbum region, tracing their movement and settlement over centuries. Their migration is significant in understanding the socio-cultural and settlement pattern of the Ho people as they adapted to geographical and ecological conditions of Singhbum. The Chota Nagpur Plateau, rich in forest and mineral, was the initial home of the Ho people before the migration to Singhbum, which is located in the present-day state of Jharkhand, India. The migration showcases their tribal resilience and their ability to sustain themselves in diverse environments while maintaining their distinct cultural identity. The Ho people have a unique cultural heritage, including their language, tradition, and practices, which are closely tied to their migration history. The Ho peoples are one of the indigenous tribal groups of India, primarily located in the states of Jharkhand, Odisha, and West Bengal. Their name Ho means human in their languages, which is a part of Munda language family. They are known for their subsistence, agriculture, hunting, and forest-based livelihood. Chota Nagpur Plateau, this is a geographical region in the eastern India, rich in mineral resources, including coal, iron ore, and mica. Plateau is characterized by dense forests, which have historically provided subsistence and livelihood for indigenous tribals like Ho, Santal, and Munda. Singhbum region. Singhbum is a district in Jharkhand, historically significant settlement area for Ho people. The region is known for its mineral wealth, particularly iron ore and dense forest cover. The migration path of the Ho people is an important part of their oral history and cultural identity. It highlights their connection to the land and their ability to adapt to new environment. Regarding tribal culture in the region where the Mankimunda system functions, women have relatively higher status and cultural roles. In the Mankimunda system, is primarily the Ho tribe in Jharkhand's Kolan region. Tribal movement traditionally higher status compared to many other communities, while the formal governance structure Munda and Manki Post remains largely hereditary and male-dominated. The social fabric allows women significant influence. Socio-cultural agency: women participate actively in local market hatia and manage family finances through the sale of forest produce and agricultural products. Complementary roles: gender roles are often seen as a civil and free, where both men agriculture, women plantation and food collection perform complementary duties essential for social cohesion. Ritual participation: they play vital roles in traditional festivals such as Magyapara and Bahapara, which are essential to tribal identity. Region: Chota Nagpur Plateau present is high percentage of Munda and Ho tribes. Nature: traditional tribal self-governance system, time pre-colonial continuity, the liberty spirit, type of administration, customary community based. Village head Munda, head of the group of villages Manki, religious authority Pahan, judicial system, customary law and village council, land system, Kotkati, land dust, collective ownership. Ownership of land, community land or not individual, revenue system, not regular, customary contribution, feudal character, have absent no land, leadership largely hereditary. Role of women, relatively high social and cultural status. Role of inter-village council, no pada level council. Decision-making consensus-based relation with the state autonomous before colonial intervention. Social nature, egalitarian and exploitative, key feature community, control over land and governance. The Nagwansi administration is departmental mainly because it Nagwansi system like the power seats. Tribal system Munda Pada, power was centralized and democratic. The Manki head of cluster village was more of first among equals. Ramunda borrows decentralized democracy. The monkey head of a cluster of village was more of a purpose among equals. Decisions were made through consensus in a Pada Panchayat. No single person had absolute power over the entire territory. Decisions were made through consensus in Pada Panchayat. No single person had absolute power over the entire. Nagvanshi had system. The Nagvanshi centralized Maharaja became the ultimate sovereign. He held the supreme power of the military and judiciary. He sat on the top of the pyramid of all monkeys eventually answering to him. This centralized allowed the dynasty to manage large territories and negotiate with external power like Mughals and British. Abolished customary law. This is a history problem. Leadership elected or consensual. Manki Munda, Nagvanshi Maharaja. Authority decentralized. Village or Pada level centralized. State level. Taxation no tax, only collective labor. Tribute, Malguzari. Revenue. Law, customary or tribal law. Customary laws plus royal degrees. Decision making Panchayat consensus. Maharaja court advisors. Each of the following best action the nature of attack Nagvanshi administrative system. Presenting early state formation Chota Nagpur. The Nagvanshi administration system originated from a traditional tribal base where the ruler was considered the first within kingship or interest. This system translated from simple tribal assembly to be a more formal hereditary monarchy, marking the ancient individualism in the Chota Nagpur region. Until the correct goods and taxes, relying instead on voluntary contribution and the support of tribal heads. Mankis and Mundas shared a common lineage or cultural bond with subjects. Centralized bureaucratic systems introduced during British rule, while the British did introduce centralized bureaucracy in India. The Nagvanshi system predates British arrival by centuries and was originally decentralized and kinship driven. A purely religious institution without political authority, Nagavanshi rules favored political leaders who held executive and military power, though they did not recognize religion and claimed divine descent. Tribal tribal culture with no hereditary rulers. Nagavanshi was a hereditary dynasty, while they had evolved from tribal roots that had democratic like power system. Nagavanshi region Pathan operated dynasty Nagavanshi Nagaland period to 19th century. Nature of hereditary monarchy is status support to early state capitals. Sutiambe, Chutia, Kukragar, Navaratangad. Raja, Supreme Authority Raja, administrative sub feudal with principal law, customary plus royal order. Land known as Raja is judgment in kind or labor. Local officer Munda integrated, not abolished. Military, feudal retail sports. Culture, savage, tribal beliefs. Key monument, Navaratangad. British impact reduced to Zamindari restrictions, call of rising and house like this, that is, the Santawan River participated in the local elites. Decline during the revolution. Which medieval text is one of the earliest to refer to the region as Jharkhand. Tabakat Nasiri, land of forest. Tabakat Nasiri in 13th century text written by Minayan Jujani, Nasir on the Court of Salt. Nasruddin Muhammad of Delhi, Sultanate. This is early known for mention touch on Jharkhand. Tabakat Nasiri, 36% extra. Nasir Jujani. Tabakat Nasari, 13th century Persian historical text written by Minayan Jujani. 1260 Persian chronicle documenting the history of the Ghurid dynasty, the Delhi Sultanate and the regions under it. Social political conditions of various parts of India include forest and tribal areas Jharkhand. And as usual, engineers author was about historian who provided detailed policy and the cultural aspect. The name Jharkhand comes from a tribal language signifying Regions, dense forest and historical significance. Jharkhand has historically been a land of natural resources, including forests and significant ancient civilization. The region was especially popular by travel. Mahabharata, although it is an ancient epic and mentions and it is not specifically referred to Jharkhand. Rigveda is an ancient Indian Vedic text that provides from region like Jharkhand. Civilization rather than special. In Akbar, this is a 16th century text Bible puzzle describing the Mughal Empire under Akbar. While mentioned, it does not refer to Nijal Surajin Surujani Tajul Nagari. Fani Mukatra Pratap Raibik. Fani Mukatra, the founder, he is known as the Adipurus specimen of the Nagonsi dynasty. According to Nagansari, he was the son of Pandarajiga Naga and Brahmin word named Parvati. He was elected as the leader of the leader by the Munda and Uran tribal chiefs, successfully merging the Papa with the monarchical structure. He served the first capital at Sutambe and built a sun temple there. He invited non-tribals, Brahmin and Rajput from Bihar and Odisha to settle in the region to help with agriculture. Pratap Rai expansions. The shift has Portugal Pratap Rai realized that the Sutambe was too small for a growing kingdom. The new capital Chutia. He moved capital to Chutia near modern Ranchi. Why Chutia? It was strategically located on the banks of the Swarnareka River. This provided better water resources and allowed Kaipan to control the locality. This move to change from a small tribe focusing to region upon the Ranchi plains. Bhimkan the warrior, 12th century. See that San Francisco Kalashuri in South Africa. Military brigade famously represented the actual for the Palamada, capturing Simon and Loot and Limbo Lilo capital Kubragar because of the Russian threats from the Raxels and the early Muslim invaders. अभी तुरंत निकल रहे हैं तो capital Kukragar because of the constant threats from the Raxels and the military shifted the capital to Kukragar, which was surrounded by dense forest and hills for natural defense. Urjalsan, the architect. Chutiamba to Chutia, Chutia to Khopera, Khopera to Navratangad. The Mughal in 1615 was captured by Ibrahim Khan, governor of Bihar under Emperor Jahangir, and imprisoned in Gwalior fort. 12 years for failing to pay diamonds as a tribute. He was released after he successfully identified a real diamond among fakes, earning the title Shah for Jahangir. The construction Navaratangad upon returning the hill area at Kukragad was not safe for Mughal artillery. He built Navaratangad, also called the Vichak between 1637 and 40. It was a 5-story palace built of stones and bricks, featuring Mughal style windows, charukas, and deep overalls. Sophisticated structure in Nagon's history. He was captured by Ibrahim Khan, governor of 12 years for failing to pay diamonds. He was released after he successfully identified real diamonds among fakes. What was the primary justification provided by Reorganization Commission in 1956 for rejecting the demand for several Jharkhand state. The commission argued that the scheduled tribes were in a minority within the specific Bihar-centric districts, Chotanagpur and Sandhar Pargana. 1952 झारखंड पार्टी 1952 जनरल इलेक्शन बिहार मिनरल रिसोर्सेज 1953 फैजल अली के एम पानिक्कर एंड एचएन कुछ लिंग्विस्टिक लाइन्स स्टेट रेवन्यूज 1957 झारखंड स्टेट जयपाल सिंह मुंडा छोटानागपुर संथाल परगना मुंडा संथाल उरांव हो लैंड एलियंस एंड पॉवर्टी इन लेवल्स 15 नवंबर 2000 मुंडा संथाल उरांव मुंडा known for the excellence in agricultural lives and Jharkhand संथाल from the largest Santhal 1855 Uran primarily they are also known as for their contribution mineral source coal iron bauxites what is which is not a function of traditional tribal council constitutional litigation traditional tribal for administration customary laws social conflict management customary law social conflict resolution customary law social conflict management judicial affairs tribal council operates within the framework of customary law whereas the formal judicial system handles constitutional litigation and legal disputes, which event marked the beginning of British dominance over Nagavanshi territory. Battle of Akbar. The Battle of Akbar, Buxar Sotra Sorshot, did not just defeat a also of the land. Power shift after the British victory over the combined forces of Mir Qasim Magan Sayyidullah Awad and Samalan to Mughal Emperor. The Treaty of Allahabad. Mir Qasim Magan, Sirajudullah Awad, Shah Alam to Mughal Emperor. The Treaty of Allahabad 17 signed. Diwani rights under this treaty the British East India Company received the Diwani the right to collect revenue for Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha. The link to Jharkhand at that time, the Nagavanshi territory, Chotanagpur was administratively a part of Suba of Bihar. From the moment of British got the right to Bihar in 1731, the Nagavanshi King Maharaja Tirupanath Shah accepted British sovereignty and agreed to pay an annual tribute of 12,000, making market complete independence. Battle of Palasi. While this battle gave the British control over Bengal, it was primarily a political coup. The British were still focused on controlling their foreign plans. They had not yet tried for a separate of the Nagavanshis. Coal uprising their resistance movement not the beginning of dominance. 1831, the British had already been rolling and taxing the Nagavanshi imports in the uprising already. Mentioned reduction of Diku's also tribal lands at Santavan. This was a final attempt in British rule in Jharkhand that Thakur Vishwanath Sadev, Nagavanshi descendant, and Pandey Ganpatra found took regular in the close and this happened nearly a century after the in the course of travel uprising the whole land of High primarily triggered by the encroachment of travel lands by the Kulu tribe and New Revenue. Encroachment travel land over tribes, communal election system. British East came further added to the situation and created economic burdens for the tribes which were very struggling to maintain its livelihood. The uprising was marked by violent conflict between whole tribes and colonial forces from other land consumed the many tribal livelihood in the following the widespread resistance to British tribal autonomy and land rights for tribes. The following tribal communities in India primarily residing in the Chotanagpur will spend their youth they have additional cultural identity focusing on agriculture, hunting and forest activities for their livelihood. The whole people have a deep connection to their ancestral lands. British rule the interest of land history and the tradition common ownership of the land for agriculture. Outside I refer to as the Kus were encouraged to explore travel and commerce. Other travel uprisings, other notable in Santhal character of travel uprisings, style land rights, cultural to economic exploitations, identity autonomy, travel sites between individual tribes.